The socially standard English is not only satisfactory but preferred and desired all around the world. So from the social point of view, the term standard English may be defined as a language spoken widely throughout the world. But for students in Saudi, the English language is a standard language used by a higher social class. Language attitude studies. In these studies, the, the researchers have shared how other countries had are the attitudes of the different countries toward different languages. According to Bayard et al., the United States English is the most popular and favored choice of students in Australia, the USA, and New Zealand. For Garrett, re-examined these attitudes in the same countries and applied a research methodology harmonized with folk linguistic method of the study to the study of positions. Non-Americans seem to view American English negatively, potentially due to the political implications, associations, and connotations of the American English, though there were over enthusiastic and overzealous participants in all of the groups as well. The methods and the designs of research used in this study, according to Ryan and Giles, when doing research on a population, researchers should use both direct and indirect methods. Edward said and believes that the best method for the assessment of attitudes towards the language is the one based on an eclectic approach in which the researchers uses combination of various direct and indirect methods to have a precise measurement of language attitudes. While according to Cohen, Manon, and Morrison, this method makes possible the examination of diverse components of the phenomenon being investigated. So, um, reliable research needs to have various designs and methods so the results or the data that will be collected will be reliable and authentic. So what are the data collection tools that are used in this research? This part, four tools were used in this research. This it has part 1, 2, 3, and 4 with varied methodologies on researching. Okay, the first part includes the history of personal language use. For instance, students' proficiency level in English and how long they have studied English. It also includes demographic questions. The second part includes 5 audio recordings obtained from reliable speakers of different varieties of the world. So the first part is a collection of the knowledge of the students in English. The second part is the listening part. The third is a survey on direct world Englishes constitutes the third part of the questionnaire. This survey uses a direct method of extracting linguistic attitudes and investigates them using a test of verbal pretext. In part 4, an indirect techniques is used to explore the respondents' awareness for the varieties of world Englishes. Interviews were conducted with some of the participants who had filled the questionnaires. The interview questions were adopted and modified from the 16 item questionnaire of 10 from 2008. And this study had also used different scales. A bipolar scale, the first scale is a bipolar scale, which is called accent impression. And this is used to follow the listening exercise in the study. The scale is based on previous attitudinal work on language varieties. The second scale is the Likert scale, demonstrates the individual decisions of factors by assessing values to them, and also offers a sense of variety instead of complete divisions. So according to Ari Jacobs, Rezavi, and Sorensen, the Likert scale is considered the best and most widely accepted and used tool for measuring the quantitative response of respondents in social sciences. So according to Russo, as per his survey known as the Direct World Englishes, it is considered incorrect when one speaks English differently from British or American English. And here are the different questionnaires that the students are to answer in the survey. The first one, it is considered incorrect when one speaks English differently from British or American English. So they need to answer, the participants need to answer if they think it's incorrect, if speakers English is not from British or American English. Um, the second one is, I am embarrassed when speaking English with my Saudi accent. Therefore, I am trying to end it. So the survey needs to be touching the affective part of the student, Saudi student. Next one is, English is important for entering a decent school or finding a good job. So what are their views about English when it comes to educational and professional proficiency? The fourth one is, I am learning English so that I can communicate with native English speakers. This one is on social aspect, when they are going to communicate with the native speakers. The fifth one, I am learning English to be able to communicate with non-native speakers. So this one is interracial communication. The sixth one is, I am stressed when communicating with native English speakers. This one is effective as well. I am stressed when communicating with non-native speakers. So both native speakers and non-native speakers needs to be assessed as well on how they feel when talking to different varieties of different diverse population. The last one, do you prefer a native or a non-native teacher to teach English? Yes, I prefer a non-native teacher, or no, I prefer a native teacher, or it depends. So, and there is an explanation of their answers. As per the introduction, the last part, the last question with, do you prefer a native or non-native teacher to teach English? Majority of the students preferred non-native um, teachers, as per the introduction mentioned by Afnan. Okay, here is the data collected and from the questions that were answered by uh, the 20 female students. I had forgotten to inform you that this study were participated by 20 female students, Saudi students. The consistency test and the validity test were conducted using Crunchback's alpha and the Pearson correlation coefficient to ensure reliability and validity of the questionnaire. So, finding and discussion. The research findings based on three objectives is discussed in the following. So, here are the results of the survey or the research. Young Saudis' perception of world Englishes, domination of one English variety over the others, and the reasons behind the preference of one variety over the others. So let us find out what are the perceptions of young Saudis to world Englishes. Before I proceed, is everybody okay with the way I am discussing? Okay, no answer. Okay, here is the perception of the young Saudis of world Englishes. The result of this research indicate that Saudi Arabian students are in general aware of the varieties that exist in the English language. According to Kashru, many students from expanding and outer circle countries decide to learn English so that they can communicate with non-native or native English language speakers. So, students in Saudi is aware of the different varieties that exist in their country. Domination of English variety over, let me, yeah, dominate again, domination of one English variety over the others. The research shows that students prefer to be taught using American or British English because these varieties seem to be like the right variety of the English language. So stereotyping and traditional um, perception is still present in Saudi